Alrighty, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel for another market update. Hope everybody's having a lovely day. And with that being said, let's get into the TA. All right, guys. So, today is I'm just gonna start off by saying it's still looking like a bear trap to me, but I'm gonna tell you guys right now. All right, I could be completely wrong about this one. Completely wrong, just like I could be wrong about any of the calls I make here on the channel. All right. But as of right now, I'm just saying, if I was a dealer, this is like kind of so freaking perfect. I wouldn't have even thought of it. Holy crap. Get it? I mean, literally tank it so you get everybody, on the edge of their seats. Oh, literally tank it a little the next day. Bring you right underneath support where there's, there's nothing, there's no other reaction spot until another dollar or so down. QQ guys, it had nothing. You had nothing holding up over here. You were coming to 308.20, all right? And then boom, Microsoft earnings that you knew were going to be positive, all right? There you go. You got everyone sucked into, everyone sucked in the shorts, and then boom, you send it up for a short squeeze, all right? I'm not saying this thing has to continue, all right? But clear as day, all right? You know people got into puts on this, all right? You know this thing attracted a lot of fear into the market. All right. So if you're a dealer and you're trying to inflict maximum pain, the max pain would be to send it up. That's just my personal opinion. All right. The max pain for today and Friday is also on SPY is at 410, which is above where we are right now. All right. So that is also something to note. All right. And I'm actually going to bring you over here. All right. You have the fear and greed index, guys. This was actually at neutral about like 10 minutes ago or so. I'm just letting you guys know, we never got the move to bring it up to extreme greed. We never got the max pain move that I was saying, like, hey, it makes sense that if you're a dealer, right, this is, just logical, all right? My bad. There we go. Drink some water. Hang on. There we go. All right, there we go. But as of right now, guys, QQQ lost its range, was in the middle of nowhere, got saved by Microsoft, and now it's back in its range. At the same time, you have SPY coming down to the exact bottom of its range over here at the beginning of April. And then guess what? It's now found support at the bottom of the range. So you have to ask yourself, is the natural path for price to take back up into this range? Yeah, I personally do think it is. All right. Now we also come over here to Mr. VIX. All right, and VIX, this was something that I was telling you guys about. Okay, guys, you got to start getting, I was looking for an hourly close. I think it was hourly, or it was 15-minute, I was saying. All right, yeah, I think it was an hourly close over my blue box. And that is when I said, you're probably going to go test the next area of resistance right there, like the next reaction spot, which was where you just kept getting resisted. Okay, guys, you needed to impulsively explode through these in order to do something like that, or like even just explode like you did over here. Look, you just started exploding. All right, but this is where this zone right here, this resistance zone, stems from. It was back over here, and then you got these touch points over here. All right. Oh, and then also right here. All right, guys. So, I mean, it's definitely something that's being respected. And the fact that you started stalling out of it shows me, at least, that VIX just was not ready yet. All right. But what this shows us, guys, is, yeah, it's getting ready to make its move up. And it's probably not going to come back down here for quite some time after that happens. You see, went up, it just stayed. We had a volatile ass market for quite some time there. All right. So that is, that's what I think we have in store for us. I'm just saying. All right. I don't think it's going to be just yet. I think that's what this is showing us, but I do think it is right around the corner, in my personal opinion. We got FOMC coming up. We have Apple earnings coming up the day after of FOMC, which is next next Wednesday, which is the 3rd. There we go. Sorry, I thought I was gonna have to sneeze there. Right? It was a false sneeze. There's false sneeze. All right. But yeah, guys, like you clearly do see this is going on here, all right? And the fact that VIX is like starting to trickle up on through here, right? Yes, it's getting rejected at these key spots, but it's still getting up there, all right? And so if you're VIX, you want to see this exactly what's going on right here. Actually, we can come down to the 15-minute time frame. All right, you didn't quite hit it, but you want to see this red box I got right here, this rectangle. You want to see this bad boy get flipped, all right? Because if it's not flipped, hey, you know, if you get sucked back into it, now you're back in this range where, hey, you can continue to see, like, you know, maybe you get a melt up over here, all right? Where we just see this slow grind back into the top of the range, all right? Again, your range here. Here, all right, this is bottom of range, this is top. We finally got our break yesterday, and I do think this is like, hey, this is, guys, yesterday was showing you that bears were ready to freaking pounce this whole time. I still think bears are in control. The big guy, all right, the big guys, I should say, okay, it's 100%, it's a bunch of market participants, all right. The big guys are bears. That's what yesterday showed me. All right, because you finally busted out through the bottom of the range. So you knew bears had the strength. All right, you had the strength. All right, and guess what? All right, they only are doing that because they know everybody is on the bear side. But guess what? They had the strength to do so when it was necessary. Okay, and they did that yesterday. All right. Now, if they do decide to send you up for the trap, or it doesn't have to be a trap, but if they do send you up, I'm going to be looking it up as a trap. All right, I think that is exactly why they did this. I think they're doing this to stir up the pot, get everyone all bearish. Boom, they squeeze out the people who got bearish, and now people are getting bullish. Guess what? Boom. All right, that's personally what I think is going to be going down. I don't think this 322.08 is going to be hit. All right, I don't think they're just going to do this. I think this move kind of showed me. At least it showed me. All right, I don't think it showed me. That's what I believe it showed me. All right, I believe it showed me that bears are ready to pounce. All right, so I'm going to use any bounce as a shorting opportunity. All right, that is just me personally. Okay, I'm going to wait for my signals to hop in. And of course, I'm going to, you know, as I see these short-term signals pop up, I'll continue playing the charts. All right, but for any swing trades, guys, all right, I think yesterday signified that, hey, all right, the next big move is going to be the swing down. All right. And I mean, clearly, you know, I've been outlining that on the charts for quite some time now. All right. That is what, hey, it's destined to happen. All right. I'm not saying it has to play out right away. I've been very vocal about that. I actually didn't think it was going to play out right away. I thought this was going to be a topping process full of dealers' tricks. And hey, guys, that's what we're getting. All right. We didn't get the tricks in the exact manner that I thought we were going to be getting. All right. But you did end up getting, you know, a bunch of tricks. So, like, again, it wouldn't surprise me to see some more tricks and then, you know, get everyone, you know, flipping sides again. And all this is for, it's just to confuse the crap out of everyone. And then anyone who was really betting on that down move in the end is going to sit there being confused. And then maybe you're not going to actually bet on the down move. And then it finally happens. Everyone's like, oh, derp. What just happened? I knew this was going to happen. Crap, why didn't I knew it was going to happen. And then everyone's going to hate the freaking market again and think, you know, market's bad. All right. But yeah, that's what I'm getting at. It's the market's designed to just, you know, confuse the crap out of everyone and then frustrate everyone in the end. All right. The vast majority of market participants. All right. So I think that's going to happen. I don't think they're just going to tank this thing. It could happen, but, you know, I think they're much more likely to hold you on up here. Let's look at it this way, all right? The charts predict the news, all right? If we fall into these big catalysts, okay? I'd say bad because that's my bias, okay? I do think, like, yeah, it makes perfect sense. Yeah, FOMC, all right? Fundamentally, Jay Powell is going to come out and he's going to highlight some things, and there's that, all right? And I say he's going to as if I know. No, I don't know, okay? So, you know, you know, if you catch yourself thinking like that, just like mentally slap yourself in the face like I just did, like you just heard me do. All right, just freaking knock that off. You don't know what's gonna happen. All right, you don't. There's that. All right. But I think it makes sense for those to be negative catalysts. I'm just saying they're big catalysts nonetheless. So they're going to be giving you a big move in one direction or the other. All right. If you fall into these catalysts, we also have PCE this Friday. So that's actually a thing. So let's go over this before I go any further. All right. So catalysts are going to be moving the market. We're going to have to see where these bring us. I personally think these are going to be bringing us up. That is my guess. All right. But it all revolves around, for me at least, FOMC and Apple earnings next week. Okay, guys? Like, I personally do believe like it makes absolutely no sense for FOMC to pump us. Okay, I know what, you know, Jerome Powell, like, you know, I know his objective here, and he doesn't want markets rallying their butts off. That is not helping anyone. 110%, it's not. All right. Now I do also know he's trying to avoid like a meltdown of the system. Right, so that's also a thing. I think we're probably going to get a mixed bag, but it's probably going to, you know, in the in the last FOMC minutes, they spoke about a recession, all right, in the second half of 2023. Do you not think this is going to be asked by one of these reporters? That's what I'm getting at. It makes no sense for that FOMC meeting to be pumping the market. Maybe the initial reaction, but Jerome with his comments and then the press conference, all right, I'm just saying, you know, that probably isn't going to go well. Everyone knows about what they're talking about. And that was the first time they brought up recession. And I guess they just don't say recession a lot. So there you go. I'm just saying it doesn't make sense to pump on these. So I personally think it makes perfect sense to rally into them or to trade flat into them. All right. Now we do have tomorrow. We have GDP coming out tomorrow, guys. If this is good, all right, which last month was really good. All right. If this is good, then everything's great. Okay. You're probably going to get a big old pump. All right, but guess what? If this is bad, all right, if you somehow, like, guys, I'm serious. If you start seeing GDP missing, that's just going to reaffirm to the market that, you know, recession narrative. That's all it is. It's like, hey, recession narrative, it's here. Oh, now we're seeing it in the numbers. Crap. Like that's all that would show me. And so I'm guessing that would be showing a lot of the other big boys that, well, I can't say other. I'm not a big boy, all right? I will be a big boy. Give me years. All right. But yeah, I'm sure that's a lot of what, you know, people with big money are probably going to be thinking. All right. And they're going to be like, sell. There you go. All right. But, PCE. All right, guys. If you get this being a bad number, I don't think it's going to matter much what this number comes in at, just because this is like, hey, if the market is now like, oh, recession is the problem, then who cares about inflation? A recession brings inflation down. That's naturally what's going to happen in recessions. You get deflation. All right. So like market probably won't care about this. That's what I'm getting at. All right. But those are my thoughts on the catalysts we have coming up tomorrow and on Friday. All right. I do personally think we're going to get a pump going into next week, just because we do have FOMC is on Wednesday. All right. So right here, we do have FOMC at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, that is when they announce their rate hike, and then we have the presser. All right, and the presser, I think, is really going to be the big thing. I think whatever reaction happens here, I don't even care. Whatever, I'm not going to say it's going to be a fake reaction, okay? Because maybe you pump, sell off, and then you pump your butt off of something that says, all right, or you sell, pump, and then sell your butt off. So, like, you know, all I'm saying is this reaction doesn't matter. In my personal opinion, this is what matters. All right. So that is what I'll be paying attention to. And yeah, all right, that is that. You know, that is that. All right. So let me just do a quick little rundown of the charts, guys. All right. I know we already went over the charts, so I know everything's really good. All right. But right over here, all right, you do have, you're getting clear as day rejection going on right here, all right? And this is on the hourly. You could see on the 4 hour. You could probably see on the 15-minute. No, we'll stick on the 1 hour and the 4 hour, all right? But what it did effectively do is you put in a higher high, all right? So that is something that's happened. So you had that, you had your high, all right, higher low, all right, from over here. Higher high. All right. So now naturally, I'm looking for buyers to step in for a higher high. If not, we know like, hey, all right, this was a dealer's trick. All right. This move right here, if you were to come down here and take out this low, you know, this whole thing was a trap. It was a trap. I'm sorry. There's no way to really know that until that happens. That's just how it works. All right. But yeah, you see you take down here, you know, this whole thing right here, this pop here off Microsoft earnings, trap. All right. And they're bringing you lower. But again, I don't think you're going much lower. I'm going to be straight up with you on that one. All right. I'm not saying you can't, you know, move down to here like 3 or 4. This is a target on the board. This rising wedge here. All right. But in reality, again, you have those catalysts next week. And if you do not get a I'm just saying, you have people betting bearish. It makes sense from every perspective, technically speaking, from the fundamental, not fundamental, technically speaking. And if you're a dealer, it makes sense to pump the market. I'm just saying, people are going to be bearishly betting around FOMC. Well, why not put them in pain around FOMC? Pump the markets into FOMC, or the tank markets and FOMC pumps it and does the opposite of what everyone's expecting. But that's what I'm saying. I don't think they do that, because then they'd have to pay out a ton of people beforehand anyway. But you know what? The market do whatever it wants. Okay, guys, I'll be here each and every day. And yeah, with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this video, if you found this, if you found value in this content, and along with like all the content we provide here on the daily basis, all right, for absolutely no cost to you, please boost the channel, pump our stock with a subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and please hit that thumbs up. All right. That being said, I'll catch you guys over in the next one. Peace.